88.7.
I'm feeling vibes on vibes. I'm a ticking dynamite.
Continuous hit music. 88.7.
Okay. Radio where your music lives. Okay. Whoop. Hey. Okay. Hey.
From the news desk of Diamond 88.7 FM Iroyin, this is news around the world.
In the headlines, Keyamo screen and split Senate, lawmakers suspend process. Northern senator opposes Nigeria's planned invasion of Niger. Kwara governor presents 32 patrol vehicles, 160 motorcycles to boost mobility. Kano governor swears in first female chief judge. On the foreign scene, ECOWAS schedules fresh meeting over Niger coup as deadline elapses. In sports, Randy Waldrum praises Super Falcons despite loss to England. Good afternoon and thank you for joining us for the news across the world on Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. I am Babatunde Okunlola. You can listen to us via our website on www.diamondfm.net or watch us live on Facebook at Diamond 887 FM. We bring you details of the news after this break. Do stay with us.
Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram at Diamond 87 FM. Diamond FM, shining supreme.
And welcome back now, the news in detail. The Senate was turbocharged today when a senator representing Abia Central Senatorial District, Darlington Nwakocha, moved a motion for the suspension of the ministerial screening of a senior advocate of Nigeria, Festus Keyamo. Nwakocha said during the Buhari administration, Keyamo was invited to explain a special public works program which cost 52 billion naira, but he did not honor that particular invitation.
Talking about is a 52 billion naira appropriation, and the right of appropriation resides on the legislature. That is our right. And I know quite well that the right of oversight resides on us because we have to hold you accountable for whatever thing we appropriate to you. It is our right. And when he was invited, he expressly told us, to the public, that we want to hijack his role. That we want to blackmail us, that we are corrupt, that we want to hijack his role. And I know that he midwifed the
Nwakocha's motion was immediately seconded by his colleague from Abia South Senatorial District, Okunlola Abaribe. Senate President Godswill Akpabio thereafter subjected the motion to a voice vote, but the lawmakers but the lawmakers were divided on the issue.
Distinguished colleagues, the motion has been moved and seconded. Those who are in support of the motion that the screening of the nominee be stepped down until further inquiries, say aye. Aye. Those who are against, say nay.
The Red Chamber immediately erupted into a rowdy session amidst heated argument between the lawmakers. Senate Majority Leader Okweyemi Bamidele called for a closed-door session. Senator Akpabio rose to his feet and immediately announced that the Senate would enter a closed session. And Northern Senators Forum has opposed to Nigeria's military invasion of Niger. The senator representing Plateau South Senatorial District in the National Assembly, Senator Napoleon Bali, stated that Northern Senators Forum came to this conclusion after consulting with people of their respective constituents. Senator Bali continued that if a war broke out, it will create more havoc to the people in the region and expose the country to more security issues.
Forum openly came out to say what their constituencies told them to tell the Senate. And that was, the fact is, Niger is bordering so many states in Nigeria. Sokoto, Kebbi, Jigawa, and others. So of course, people told them they don't want any war.
He shared some further thoughts on the issue.
If in the event that war breaks out, we have a lot of refugees because of this insecurity in Nigeria that are presently in Niger Republic, especially Diffa. So that was the position.
Nigeria and other powerful nations of the world have openly condemned the military takeover in Niger and called for the immediate transition back to the democratic government. And still in the news, Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdurrazak today presented 32 brand new patrol vehicles and 160 motorcycles to support the movement of security personnel as the government steps up collaboration to improve safety in the hinterlands. The governor also presented 3 patrol vehicles to Kwara State's Road Traffic Management Authority, QUATMA, to improve their operations. Kwara State House of Assembly Speaker Right Honorable Yakubu Danladi Saliu commended the governor for the initiative, which he said would help to bolster security in every part of the state. QUATMA Chief Executive Officer Akim Adeboye received the vehicles on behalf of the body, thanking the governor for the gesture. Governor Abba Yusuf of Kano State has sworn in Justice DJ Audu Aboki as the first female chief judge of the state. The ceremony took place at the Africa House, Government House, Kano today, where Governor Yusuf urged the judiciary to rally behind his administration's effort to demolish illegal structures and recover public assets allegedly acquired through unlawful means by the previous administration. In her response, Chief Judge Justice Aboki expressed gratitude for the opportunity to serve and pledged to uphold integrity, honesty, and justice in her role. With Justice Aboki's inauguration, Kano State takes a significant step towards promoting gender diversity and strengthening the rule of law. In Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke has urged the civil servants in the state to disregard the purported new salary structure in circulation, describing it as fake. The governor, in a statement by spokesperson Olawale Rashid on Monday, said the viral information on social media is not only misleading, but added that it did not emanate from the state government. According to the statement, Governor Adeleke demonstrated commitment to workers' welfare, and at the appropriate time, he will unveil measures to cushion the effect of subsidy removal on the people of the state, including civil servants. It added the governor is already working on palliative measures and will soon be implementing it to support the populace. And still in the local scene, Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State has finally addressed aggrieved civil servants in the state in a bid to end the protracted 5-day protest embarked upon by the organized labor unions, which paralyzed activities at the state secretariat. The governor, while addressing the workers on Monday at the state secretariat, assured them that he would continue to place high premium on their welfare. He noted that it was unavoidable for misunderstandings to occur between two parties involved in a relationship, but noted that it is resolved, having arrived at improved understanding with the joint leadership of Nigeria's Labour Congress (NLC) and the Trade Union Congress (TUC). Governor Makinde, who noted that the week-long protest had hurt the state's revenue, explained that most of the demands of the workers would need funds to address them, while also stating that he, being the governor, also required motivation from the workers, even in the face of perceived infractions in the cordial relationship that exists between the two parties. And news across the world is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin. We're going to break now. When we return, we'll move on to foreign and sports news. Do stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Drug abuse affects both brain and behavior. It has multifaceted impacts on one's body, mind, and nervous system. However, you can avoid being addicted by giving zero tolerance to the use of drugs. Associate yourself with the right persons. Do not give in to peer pressure and learn to handle life's pressure rather than resorting to hard substances. Remember, Diamond 88.7 FM cares for your sound spirit and good health.
This message is from Diamond 88.7 FM.
Ten minutes gone past the hour 5 p.m. You're listening to the news across the world, reaching you from the news desk of Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin. On the foreign scene, the Economic Community of West African State, ECOWAS, has scheduled yet another meeting on the Niger crisis. The regional body had met in Abuja and issued a 7-day deadline for the Niger junta to reinstate ousted President Mohamed Bazoum or risk sanctions, including possible military intervention. But rather than restate Bazoum, the junta severed ties with Nigeria and some other countries sympathetic to Bazoum's cause. The military regime, which declared their Commander General Abdurrahmane Chechani the new head of state, vowed not to bow to outside pressure. It also warned against foreign intervention, vowing to defend the territorial integrity of Niger. A day after the deadline, President Bola Tinubu, who is chairman of ECOWAS today, has sent a notice of a meeting scheduled for Thursday in Abuja. Still on the foreign scene, German government has issued a strong warning to Niger coup plotters not to commit acts of violence against the detained President Mohamed Bazoum. A spokesman for the Foreign Office made it clear in Berlin today that they were worried about the politician. The Foreign Office spokesman said sanctions and also national or international prosecution are possible steps to be taken if violent act is taken against the detained president. Furthermore, the German government hopes that the coup plotters will respond to mediation efforts by the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. And that's it in our foreign news. Up next is Sports Update.
Diamond FM Sports News.
In sports, Super Falcons head coach Randy Waldrum has heaped praises on his team despite the elimination from the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. The 9-time African champions bowed out of the competition in the round of 16 following a 4-2 penalty shootout defeat to European champions on Monday morning. The Super Falcons dominated possession in the game and hit the crossbar twice. The West Africans exited the competition with their heads high after showing class against the likes of Canada, Australia and England. Waldrum said after the game that he's proud of his players' performance against 3 Lionesses. He also expressed his desire to remain in charge of the team. Still in sports, Mikel Arteta believes Arsenal's Community Shield victory against Manchester City proves that they can go toe-to-toe with the treble winners in the Premier League title race. Arteta's side issued a significant statement of intent ahead of the new season by fighting back to beat City 4-1 on penalties after a 1-1 draw at Wembley yesterday. The kind of lucky break that deserted Arsenal when they blew an 8-point lead in the title battle last season, allowing City to extend their Premier League reign with a 5th crown in 6 seasons. And with that, we've come to the end of the news across the world. But before we go, here again is a recap of the news highlights as brought to you. In the headlines, Keyamo screen and split Senate, lawmakers suspend process. Northern Senator opposes Nigeria's planned invasion of Niger. Kanu governor swears in first female chief judge. On the foreign scene, ECOWAS schedules fresh meeting over Niger coup as deadline elapses. In sport, Arteta tips Gunners to win Premier League. In our Did You Know segment, well, do you know, during an average lifetime, the heart will pump nearly 1.5 million barrels of blood, which is enough to fill 200 train tank cars. In our advice for the day, Diamond FM says, life takes different twists. Prepare your mind. What has not come, for what has not come, and you will never be surprised when it eventually comes. For your news coverage or information about happenings and events around you, kindly contact the Diamond FM newsroom number on 0916 0627 526. The news across the world was edited by Mahmoud Lawal. My name is Babatunde Okunlola. Thank you for listening to your shining supreme station. Good evening.
Abuse affects both brain and behavior. It has multifaceted impacts on one's body, mind, and nervous system. However, you can avoid being addicted by giving zero tolerance to the use of drugs. Associate yourself with the right persons. Do not give in to peer pressure and learn to handle life's pressure rather than resorting to hard substances. Remember, Diamond 88.7 FM cares for your sound spirit and good health.
This message is from Diamond 88.7 FM.
Láti inú yàrá ìròyìn Diamond 88.7 FM Ìlọrin, Iroyin Agbaye.
ìwọ ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ síbẹ̀ o.
ẹ má mà bínú kíní ọ̀hún ti bà mí ńlẹ̀ ni.
ìgbà tó wá bọ̀ ńlẹ̀ ńkọ́ ṣébi tó yẹ kó ṣe gá sínú o ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé bí esin bá fi lè gbé kíní ọ̀hún tó sì bà lé oúnjẹ lòmíì ó lè fo ní irú àìsàn ni èyí tó ṣe ń wò dá o. ó yá àfira kó bó ti ṣe kúrò ń bẹ̀ ń.
ẹ má bínú o mọ̀mọ́.
ẹ rí nǹkan awíwíwí afọ̀fọ̀fọ̀ pé ìmọ́tótó ló lè ṣẹ́gun àrùn gbogbo ẹ jẹ́ ká yàgò fún ìwà ọ̀bùn tó bá lè dárùn ohun àìsàn sílẹ̀ láyìíká àti àgbègbè wa bẹ́ẹ̀ bá a wá kẹ́fẹ́ ẹnikẹ́ni tàbí ẹnìkan pé ó ń dalẹ̀ tàbí ṣe gáàsì àyíká yín ẹ tètè kìlọ̀ fún kọ́mọ̀bà fi tiẹ̀ kó bá ti yín torí bí ara lẹni bá ń jẹ kòkòrò tá ò bá wí fún rẹ́rẹ́ rẹ̀ kò ní jẹ́ ká sùn ẹ jẹ́ ká àyíká àti àgbègbè wa máa wà ní ìmọ́tótó nígbà gbogbo.
ọ̀rọ̀ ìmọ̀ràn yín wá láti iléeṣẹ́ Diamond 88.7 FM.
ẹ káàbọ̀ padà ìròyìn káàkiri àgbáyé ọ̀hún rèé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ gbẹgẹdẹ gbìmọ̀ nílé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin lónìí lásìkò tí sẹ́nítọ̀ tó ń ṣojú ẹkùn ìdìbò àárín gbùngbùn Abia Darlington Nwokocha dábàá pé kí wọ́n ó dá àyẹ̀wò ẹni tí wọ́n ń fà kalẹ̀ sí ipò mínísítà dúró ẹni tó jẹ́ agbẹjọ́rò tó ti gboyè Festus Keyamo. Nwokocha sọ pé lásìkò ìṣèjọba Buhari wọ́n pe Keyamo kó wá ṣàlàyé bí wọ́n ṣe náwó àkànṣe iṣẹ́ ìlú tí iye rẹ̀ jẹ́ mílíọ̀nù 52 ṣùgbọ́n kò yọjú. Kíá ni akẹgbẹ́ Nwokocha láti ẹkùn gúúsù Abia Eyimaya Abaribe ṣe èkejì àbá arẹlẹ́gbìmọ̀ asòfin Godswill Akpabio lẹ́yìn náà ní kí àwọn èèyàn fi kùn lukùn kí wọ́n dìbò aláfẹnuwí àmọ́ wọn ò fi ọ̀rọ̀ ṣọ̀kan ni wọ́n fi dábàá kí wọ́n tilẹ̀kùn mọ́rí ṣe ìpàdé. Àwọn aṣòfin láti ìhà àríwá orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ti tako kíkọjú ogun sí orílẹ̀-èdè Niger. Sẹ́nitọ̀ tó ń ṣojú ẹkùn gúúsù Plateau ní ilé-ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin Sẹ́nitọ̀ Napoleon Bali ló sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ó ṣàlàyé wípé àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ aṣòfin ní ìhà àríwá orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ti fẹnu kò sí wípé kí wọ́n ó dákun má ṣe kọlu àwọn tí wọ́n wà ní ìhà Niger nítorí gẹ́gẹ́ bí Sẹ́nitọ̀ Bali ti ṣe sọ ó ní ó lè tibẹ̀ di ogun àti pé ó tún lè fa ríyẹríyẹ èyí tí ó mú kí ètò ààbò túbọ̀ mẹ́hẹ̀ sí lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí. Gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara Abdulrahman Abdulrazak ti ṣe àkójáde ọkọ̀ ìpàráàrò 22 àti alùpùpù 100 láti fi ṣe àtìlẹ́yìn ìgbòkègbodò àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ aláàbò bí ìjọba ṣe ń ṣe ìgbélárugẹ ìbáṣepọ̀ fún ìfẹsẹ̀múlẹ̀ ètò ààbò nílùú. Gómìnà tún gbé ọkọ̀ ìpàráàrò 3 fún ẹ̀ṣọ́ aláàbò ojú pópó ti ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara tí a mọ̀ sí Kwatma láti mú kíṣẹ́ wọn túbọ̀ rọrùn sí i. Abẹnugan ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara Right Honourable Yakubu Danladi Saliu gbóríyìn fún gómìnà látàrí àròjinlẹ̀ tó sì sọ wípé yóò tún mú kí ètò ààbò fẹsẹ̀ rinlẹ̀ sí i ní ìpínlẹ̀ yìí. Olórí òṣìṣẹ́ Kwatma Hakeem Adegboye gba àwọn ọkọ̀ náà lórúkọ gbogbo òṣìṣẹ́ Kwatma nípínlẹ̀ yìí ó sì dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ gómìnà. Gómìnà Abba Yusuf ti ìpínlẹ̀ Kano ti búra fún adájọ́ àgbà tí yóò jẹ́ obìnrin ní ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀hún àkọ́kọ́ Justice DJ Audu Aboki gẹ́gẹ́ bí adájọ́ àgbà obìnrin níbi ayẹyẹ yìí tó wáyé ní African House ilé ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Kano lónìí. Níbẹ̀ ni gómìnà Yusuf ti rọ àwọn elétò ìdájọ́ wípé kí wọ́n fọwọ́ ti ètò ìṣèjọba ọ̀hún lẹ́yìn nípa wíwó àwọn ilé tí wọ́n kọ́ ní ọ̀nà àìtọ́ àti gbígba dúkìá ìjọba padà ní abẹ́ ètò ìṣèjọba ọ̀hún. Gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun Adémọ́lá Adélékè ti rọ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ní ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀hún láti mọ́kàn kúrò nínú àtẹ̀jáde ìlànà owó oṣù tuntun tó ń jà ràìnràìn kálẹ̀ èyí tí àwọn kan ń gbé káàkiri. Ó ṣàpèjúwe rẹ̀ bíi òfegè. Gómìnà nínú àtẹ̀jáde kan láti ọwọ́ agbẹnusọ rẹ̀ Ọláwálé Rasheed lọ́jọ́ Ajé òní sọ pé ọ̀rọ̀ tí ó ń tàn kálẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára ọ̀hún jẹ́ ìròyìn aṣinilọ́kàn àti pé kò wá láti ọ̀dọ̀ ìjọba. Ó wá rọ gbogbo àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àti olùgbé ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun pé kí wọ́n lọ rèé fọkànbalẹ̀ o àwọn tí ń ṣe ètò lọ́wọ́ lórí ètò amáyédẹrùn tí wọn ò fi ní mọ ìnira ìkúnpá orí epo tí wọ́n yọ. Gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ Ṣèyí Mákindé ti bá àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ọba tí inú ń bí sọ̀rọ̀ kí wọ́n lè fòpin sí ìfẹ̀hónúhàn lọ́jọ́ 5 tí wọ́n ti gùn lé èyí tí ó ti dẹnu iṣẹ́ kọlẹ̀ ní olú ìlú ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ti ṣe Ìbàdàn. Gómìnà lásìkò tó ń bá àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́jọ́ Ajé nílé iṣẹ́ ìjọba ó fi wọ́n lọ́kàn balẹ̀ pé òun yóò jẹ́ kí ìgbéyẹ̀wò àti ohun tí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ń béèrè fún ó ní ìgbáyégbádùn àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ni yóò lékè lọ́kàn òun. Ó ṣàkíyèsí pé agbára àwọn méjèèjì jẹ́ ẹni tí wọ́n jọ ń ṣe àjọṣepọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n o kò lè sí kí àìgbọ́ra ẹni yóò má wà. Nítorí ìdí èyí ó rọ àjọ òṣìṣẹ́ NLC àti àjọ òṣìṣẹ́ ti olókoòwò TUC kí wọ́n fọwọ́ wọ́nú. Ó sì sọ di mímọ̀ wípé òun ti bá àwọn olórí àjọ òṣìṣẹ́ ṣèpàdé lórí bí nǹkan ó ti ṣe lọ nítùbí nùbí. Bí ẹ bá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa, ìròyìn káàkiri àgbáyé lẹ̀ ń tẹ́tí sí ní Diamond 88.7 FM Ìlọrin. A ó máa fún yín ní àwọn ìròyìn ilẹ̀ òkèèrè, ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àjọ ECOWAS, orílẹ̀-èdè Niger àti àwọn ìròyìn míì lágbo eré ìdárayá tí a bá ti bí ìdánudúró ráńpẹ́ yìí dé.
Ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní ìtàkùn káyélujára wa, ìtàkùn ìbádọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ Facebook, ìtàkùn abẹ́yẹfò Twitter àti Instagram lórí Diamond 887 FM. Diamond FM, shining supreme.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ padà, ìròyìn káàkiri àgbáyé ń tẹ̀ síwájú. Àjọ ìṣọ̀kan ìwọ̀ oòrùn ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ ECOWAS ti pe ìpàdé mìíràn lórí ọ̀rọ̀ rúkèrúkè tó ń lọ ní Niger Republic. Àjọ ọ̀hún ti ṣèpàdé tẹ́lẹ̀ l'Àbújá tí wọ́n sì fún ikọ̀ adìtẹ̀gbàjọba Niger ní gbèdéke ọjọ́ 7 kí wọ́n fi dá ààrẹ Mohammed Bazoum tí wọ́n yọ lóyè padà sípò rẹ̀ tàbí kí wọ́n gbáradì de ìfòfindeni. Àmọ́ kàkà kí wọ́n dá Bazoum padà sípò rẹ̀ níṣe ni wọ́n fárígá o. Àwọn afipágbàjọba ọ̀hún sì sọ wípé àwọn ṣetán láti dáàbò bo agbègbè Niger àti láti ṣe àtakò ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá fẹ́ dá sí ọ̀ràn tí ń lọ lọ́wọ́ ní orílẹ̀-èdè ọ̀hún. Bákan náà ní ilẹ̀ òkèrè lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Niger yìí kan náà, ìjọba ilẹ̀ Germany ti fi ìkìlọ̀ ránṣẹ́ sí àwọn adìtẹ̀gbàjọba ní Niger kí wọ́n má ṣe fi aburú kankan ṣe ààrẹ tí wọ́n fi sí àhámọ́ eyín Mohammed Bazoum. Agbẹnusẹ rẹ̀ sí ilẹ̀ òkèrè ló sọ ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún ní Berlin lónìí tí ṣe olú ìlú orílẹ̀-èdè Germany. Ó ní àwọn ń kọminú lórí olóṣèlú tí wọ́n fi sí àhámọ́ ọ̀hún. Ó sì sọ di mímọ̀ wípé kí wọ́n má lọ rò wípé kò sí ẹni tó lè mú àwọn torí wípé ìfòfindeni orílẹ̀-èdè sí orílẹ̀-èdè ń bẹ nílẹ̀ bí wọ́n bá gbé ìgbésẹ̀ kankan láti ṣe ọkùnrin ọ̀hún ní ìjàmbá. Ìròyìn eré ìdárayá, ẹni tó jẹ́ akọ́nimọ̀ọ́gbá ikọ̀ Super Falcons orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà Randy Wardrum ti gbé oríyìn fún ikọ̀ obìnrin orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà fún ipa takuntakun tí wọ́n kó nínú ìdíje ife ẹ̀yẹ obìnrin, bó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ wípé wọ́n jẹgbà lọ́wọ́ ikọ̀ Germany tí wọ́n jọ bára wọn pò ní àárọ̀ òní. Ṣùgbọ́n ó ní wọ́n ṣe iṣẹ́ takuntakun bí wọ́n ti ṣe jà raburabu sí ìpele tí wọ́n wà kó tó di wípé wọ́n jábọ́ níbi ìdíje ọ̀hún. Wọ́n fira wọn hàn bí akọni níwájú Canada, Australia àti England tó já wọn bọ́ lónìí. Bákan náà lórí eré ìdárayá, Mikel Arteta gbàgbọ́ wípé lẹ́yìn tí ikọ̀ Arsenal jáwé olúborí Community Shield tí wọ́n fi lu ikọ̀ Manchester City ní ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ tó gbé wípé wọ́n fi goliwomi ń gbá ọ jáwé olúborí ní ayò 4-1 ní ìpele penalty ní Wembley lánàá òde yìí. Ó ní ìgbàgbọ́ wípé ikọ̀ Arsenal lè fakọyọ láti gbàdé ìdíje ilẹ̀ Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ní sáà àgbábọ́ọ̀lù tá a wà yìí. Àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn káàkiri àgbáyé ti ìrọ̀lẹ́ òní kò ní ju báyìí lọ. Ká tó dánu dúró lórí ìròyìn náà, ẹ gbọ́ àwọn kókó tá a ti mẹ́nubà nínú ìròyìn ọ̀hún lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. Àríyànjiyàn bẹ́lẹ̀ níbi àyẹ̀wò Keyamo, àwọn aṣòfin dá ètò àyẹ̀wò dúró. Àwọn aṣòfin láti ìhà àríwá tako kíkógunjà orílẹ̀-èdè Niger. gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara kó ọkọ̀ ìpàráàró fún àwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ aláàbò àti alùpùpù. Gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Kánò yan obìnrin àkọ́kọ́ sípò adájọ́ àgbà ní ilẹ̀ òkèrè. Àjọ ECOWAS tún dájọ́ ìpàdé tuntun. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni lágbo eré ìdárayá Randy Wardrum gbóríyìn fún ikọ̀ agbábọ́ọ̀lù Super Falcons. Ká tó máa lọ ẹjúbà iṣẹ́ pàtàkì tí a ní fún yín yìí, ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀ pé nígbé ayé ọmọnìyàn ẹ̀jẹ̀ tí ọkàn ń tú sí ara ń lọ sí bíi mílíọ̀nù bárẹ́lì kan àti ààbọ̀, èyí tó lè kún igba táǹkì ọkọ̀ ojú irin. Ní báyìí o ti mọ̀ o, Diamond FM ń sọ fún ọ lónìí wípé ní gbogbo ìgbà ayé a máa yí padà, mú ọkàn le, sì nígbàgbọ́ pé bí ò bá tí ì kàn ọ́, ohun ìyanu lè ṣẹlẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n ohun tí o bá ṣe làóròyìn. Bí o bá ní ohunkóhun tí ẹ fẹ́ fi tó àwọn akọ̀ròyìn wa létí, ẹ pè sórí nọ́mbà ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ 09160627526. Mahmood Lawal ló ṣe àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn káàkiri àgbáyé ti ìrọ̀lẹ́ òní. Olóyìn wá sí etí gbọ̀ yín. Ẹ ṣeun bí ẹ ṣe ń tẹ́tí gbọ́ ìkànnì wa, ìkànnì yín tó ta wọ́n yọ yìí.